What you are looking at is a base that by all means should not exist. A base that was griefed, but it was brought back, rebuilt, block for block in the exact same place, with the original griefer having no idea. Here on the oldest anarchy server in Minecraft, having your base destroyed is not a matter of if, but a matter of when. But sometimes, with luck and the right attitude, a base can live on. Today I'll be telling you the history behind Cloudsdale, and I'll take you on an exclusive tour of it just so I can show you how crazy it is that this base could stand for so long and how it defied all the odds. No waiting around today. Let's get started. Cloudsdale was built by a player named Bottlecap Brony. A colorful, happy build such as this would seem to be an easy target for griefers on a server with no rules. But almost every person who found it admired it so much that they refused to grief it. The base lasted from 2016 until 2018, when it was finally griefed. After debating where to live next, Bottlecap found it hard to leave the base as he had grown attached to it. After thinking for a while, he realized something. Griefers almost never return to bases they've blown up. And Cloudsdale was not a widely publicized base, meaning there likely wouldn't be visitors admiring the ruins. So Bottlecap began rebuilding the base, block by block. It lasted for yet another year before being griefed a second time by the same griefer. But for an entire year, this base stood as an act of defiance towards the griefer. In a reverse of what is expected on 2B, the builder was the one having the last laugh. What's going on, everybody? It's FitMC, and here we are at Cloudsdale. We're going to take a look at the entire base and see just how far the Reconstruction came before it was destroyed for the second and final time. This base is a symbol of defiance for everything that 2B2T stands for, so it's actually quite an incredible story that we've witnessed unfold at this base. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that wool is everywhere. That's because when Bottlecap started the base, he didn't have access to dupes or anything like that. He manually sheared sheep. Now, these are the areas where he kept the sheep. There are almost a million wool blocks in this entire build, and out of the million of them, the first 150,000 were manually sheared from the sheep. Imagine how long that would take. 150,000 wool blocks sheared from sheep manually. That's an insane amount of manual labor. I mean, that's just, oh my god. So anyway, we're going to head up the Rainbow Bridge and we're going to actually start this base tour today. Shall we? We're only like halfway up the bridge, but even over there you can tell there's been some definite destruction. And that's because, remember, Bottlecap was in the process of rebuilding from the previous grief. So that's why, as we tour the base today, not everything is going to be pristine, but I think you understand why. Alright, let's continue. So here we are at the very top, and wow. That's all I'm going to say. Look at this place. It's fantastic. I've never seen a base made almost entirely out of wool that looked this good. And I felt that the shaders were definitely a good call for today's base tour. I mean, it really brings out the natural beauty of this place. Now, right up there, you'll notice glass everywhere. The reason that is because, remember, on 2B2T, lightning was briefly re-enabled a few years back, so a single lightning strike could have completely just decimated this place, lit it on fire, and that would have been the end of it. So it was a good thing that Bottlecap put that glass ceiling in there. But now I'm really curious. Let's take a look around. So you got that cool little atrium over there with like the leaf blocks underneath and like the glowstone. That's pretty cool looking, which leads up to that vantage point. We'll take a look at that later. Look in here, there's like a little chandelier. You know, you don't see granite looking that good in a lot of builds, but here it looks pretty appropriate, I gotta say. Guest house. Oh, look at that. A lot of detail put in for just a little guest house. They got a little bedroom, a jukebox. Man, I already love the detail in this build. Now, obviously, I'm not familiar with the show My Little Pony. I mean, I'm a 29-year-old bald guy. how familiar could I be with it, you know? But still, even ignoring the fact that this is based off that cartoon, this is still a fantastic build. And look at this with like the quartz and the wool combined. Are those snow? Yeah, that's snow. That's super crazy. Let's take a look inside here. Oh man, I like this. Oh, it's like an automated melon farm. Man, this has got to be one of the fanciest looking automated melon farms I've seen on 2B2T. And it even puts my old pumpkin pie farm to shame. Jeez. There we go, come back out. Now I want to take a look at this big thing. Now, I'm going to put up a screenshot right now of what this hall used to look like. Well, this is what it looks like now. It has definitely seen better days. Alley-oop! There we go. So, as you can see, the artwork from the sides of the hall are pretty much, you know, not fully rebuilt. But you can kind of see, you know, what it used to look like. I think the fact that it is not fully reconstructed kind of adds to the mystique of the build a little bit. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's a very colorful build. I mean, I guess if it's based off MLP, it's gonna be a little bit more colorful, you know, but it's cool. I really like the look of the base. There we go, gonna do a little bit of parkour over these, what's left of these clouds. There we go. I guess that's why I have a Elytra on, you know? Alright, let's see, I want to check out this part over here. Alright, here we go. Some water's left over here. And like I said, it must have been an easy build to grief. Like I said, because there's just so much wool. Literally a flint and steel could demolish 75% of this base. So, back up. That was just a minor inconvenience. Now here's what's left of the spiral staircase that was leading up over here. Now we can't take the full thing obviously because, well, can't reach. But still, very cool, very cool. Here we go. We got some crazy looking blocks over here. Look at all this glazed terracotta up in this tree, and this like pseudo oak tree here. There's a lot. Like I said, this base is just so full of color. You do not see colorful bases like this that often, you know? I mean, think about it. The oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft is known for its like grim, dark style, you know? So it's always kind of weird and wacky to see colorful bases. Alright, so let's see over here. We got like this cool rainbow gateway. It feels like I'm in Rainbow Road in Mario Kart. I mean, you know, that's just what I can relate it to. Man, there's just so many nooks and crannies in this base. Like, I don't even know where to go next. I hope I can fit all of this into a YouTube video. Let's see, Bottle Cap Brony's Arboretum. Every type of plant life that is available in Minecraft can be found in this dome up to 1.12. Because remember, 2B2T is stuck on version 1.12 right now, but wow, look at all this nature. Yup, the shaders were definitely a good call for this tour. Look at this. This looks gorgeous. Wow. This base is so full of life. Like I said, it makes sense that no one wanted to grief this place for the longest time. Now this, I believe, was actually an addition after the first grief. This is the Spawn Mason Lodge. I think, I mean, I see all the Mason banners, so I would assume this is what it is. Plus with all the chairs and stuff, this is probably where they were meeting. But wow, look at this. This is crazy. And like I said, the fact that Bottle Cap not only attempted to rebuild the base block for block, but added all this new stuff on top of it, man, that's just insanity. And I love the fact that the bottoms of the platforms actually look like clouds with the white wool. I mean, he could have gone the lazy route of a sky base and just made the bottoms flat, but he really went for like that detailed cloud look, and it's just super cool. Alright, what else does this base have in store? What other secrets do we need to find? Here we go, we got like a little pathway leading down here. Now there's this very bizarre, like glazed terracotta structure down here. And apparently it's a maze. So, I mean, look at this. This is crazy. So they built an entire maze that's meant to disorient you all up in this base. I want to see if I can complete this maze. Now, I know this might be a bit of a challenge, but I mean, so far it seems pretty straightforward. It's been 7 minutes now. This maze is no joke. For those of you watching at home right now, you have no idea just how, like, mind-blowing this maze is until you actually try it yourself. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's like it's so hard to remember where you've already been. I could easily see how this maze could drive someone insane. And I'm not even using hacks right now since I have my shaders on. So it's like, I can't use free cam, I can't cheat. I gotta do this vanilla, and man, it sucks. Oh wait, is this the end? Hold up. Is this it? Oh my god! Finally, that legit took me 12 minutes to get through. That's, wait, bottle cap rolling 15, okay, so I got 12 minutes. So, actually, I did better than a lot of these people. Wow. But, oh, Dev Monster beat my time, though, 9 minutes, that's pretty good. Scribble Fox, 2 minutes, 20 seconds, yeah. Oh, I'm sure that wasn't his first time. Jeez, but I mean, that's overall, so I didn't do too bad. All right, I feel a little bit better about myself with that time. But it looks like this leads us kind of back to where the base, you know, the tour began, which is right over here. I just want to see if there's any other areas of the base that I missed. Very cool little area up here, this observation area overlooking the base. Oh yeah, we still need to see the village over there. Before we see the village, here's the ruins of a house, which had some really cool brick at the top of it. Wow, the vines look like, even though it's a ruined house, the vines coming down sort of add to the aesthetic a little bit. I don't know, I actually kind of like it. But anyway, the village is right up there. Let's get to it. Here we go, and it kind of looks like, almost like a default village, but like the buildings are a little bit more detailed. Oh, that's an interesting banner. Huh. Yeah, it's sort of like if vanilla villages actually looked good, this is what they would look like, you know? Pretty cool. Here's one last little area, the enchanting area, it looks like. Now, I know Bottlecap enjoyed writing books about his journeys on 2B2T, and he stored them in a library. I don't know if this is the exact one he stored them in, but regardless, I wonder what happened to those books. I wonder if he still has them or if they were destroyed in the grief. But anyway, let's take another little flyover through the base with our Elytra. Oh yeah, there we go. Man, like I said, this base, its existence just blows my mind. The fact that you could have a base this beautiful, so close to spawn, that not only was griefed, but was rebuilt block for block. The ultimate act of defiance to griefers everywhere on 2B2T. This base is nothing short of incredible. I just want to say shout out to Bottlecap Brony. Thank you so much for allowing me to tour this base today. The fact that you did what others are afraid to do is just unheard of in 2B2T. So props to you, man. Hats off to you. You've done an incredible job with this base. I continue to be surprised by just the boldness and the ingenuity of 2B2T builders. It's incredible. So I just want to say thank you so much, Bottlecap. You know, I think everyone watching really enjoyed this base tour. And speaking of which, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much for going along with our adventure today. What are we going to see next on the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft? Well, there's really no telling. I mean, this server is so unpredictable. I've given up on trying to predict what's going to happen next. So I'm out, everyone. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time.